How is my purpose-driven goalies doing? Come on now. These are all my purpose-driven goalies. How are you doing today, my loves? I was just over on my Facebook page breaking down the purpose-driven goalie for Snap Talk Live. Now I'm over here talking to all of you. And this afternoon and then tonight I'll be on at 8:30 tapping Eastern time. I came on, everybody, because I want to talk about this. And I have, please forgive me, I have a little mint in my mouth because of my throat. I want to talk about this, everybody. And I'm going to get into this purpose-driven goalie mindset. Okay? No matter if nobody's on or not, I have one lonely dove. One lonely dove. One lonely dove. Okay, I got one lonely dove. And let's get into it, everyone. I was just over on my Facebook page, Tina M Wright, you know, the check. Okay. And I was talking about this, everybody, about how do you know about success and how every no leads to a beautiful destination of yes, right? Let's get into this. I don't care who's on. Doesn't matter. Welcome to the purpose-driven goalie. Snap Talk Live purpose-driven goalie. I have my notes. Because you know, as a goalie, you gotta have your notes, right? Everybody, stop worrying. Do you realize? Stop worrying. Do you know that every success story, yours, mine, whatever that may be, for your success, do you realize that every success story began with one word? One word that could either make someone or break someone. It all depends how strong you are. Right? All depends how strong you are, everybody. One word that could make or break you. It all depends how strong you are. Do you know that success stories begin with one word? And this one word is so powerful that if you're not strong enough, it can either make you or break you. And this is Purpose-Driven Goalie, Snap Talk Live. Hi, Karen. Do you know that every success story began with a no? Yes, right? And guess what, everybody? Hi, Zoe. Hi, everyone. Don't forget, if you're new to this channel, Amando. Hi, everyone. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. I love you. Don't forget to hit that like. I love you. But I want to talk about success. And do you know that word, right? Because, do you know that every success story started with that word no? No one believed in you. No one supported you. No, you don't have any clients. And hell, no, you ain't got no money because you don't got no results. But guess what? Guess what? Hi, effervescent. Hi. But guess what, everybody? But God says, Jesus said, a plan for you from me has absolutely no no's. Absolutely not. And so when we're going higher with our goals, because this is Snap Talk Live right now, purpose-driven goalie right now, right? And then tonight I'll be on tapping it out. Do you realize that? Do you realize? What the heck are you talking about? Okay, here we go. We gotta go. Do you realize that every successful person had so many no's that built their character so strong? Because after all, look at this, everyone. Look at this. We've all been down here at the no department. And if you listen to the naysayers and the goalie breakers long enough, you done dropped at 4. But then when you realize they were a damn bunch of pennies, you picked yourself up and went to 5 and on to 6. But if you're at 7 and 8, you're moving and shaking. And you can't take that away from you, right? Every no that you will ever have in success builds character, it builds strength, it builds a man or a woman, right? Because if you are not able to handle a no, that says something about your character. It says something about your strength. It says something about your style when you cannot handle a no. Because listen, after all, do you know that God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers? And strongest soldiers weather storms of no over and over and over again before, guess what? He realizes how strong you are and how eager you want that. Whatever your goal is that you're trying to achieve, whatever goalie that you're setting your mind to. Do you realize every single no, I don't believe in you, no, no one supports you, how much money you got, what's your style, how you look, no growth because you have no money. I mean, how do you do this, right? That's what the little pennies say, right? Because they have no vision. They're not even on the vision board, right? Hi, Jason. Because after all, the pennies aren't on the vision board. Well, that's $100 bills, y'all. Come on now. Right? So every no that we ever will encounter in our life, dealing with business, pleasure, love, happiness, sadness, every no builds your character so strong. It builds you up to be the strongest, right? Come on now. And build you up. Hi, Zoe. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, everybody. And that like. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Jason. So I'm here to tell you, everybody, this is Purpose-Driven Goalie. Little motivation, but tonight I'll be back on Tapping the Boards at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You don't want to miss a thing. But something told me to come on and hit the grip. Because there's a lot of people that are down at 4, not believing in themselves because they have no money, not believing in themselves because they're hurting in some way. Until they realize they're going to pick themselves back up. Because after all, we're trying to get up to 7 and 8 because we're goalies. Come on now, people. We got things to do, places to be, people to see. And after all those no's that we endured in our life that made us so strong and confident, and suddenly, listen, I'm telling you this, everyone, because God honestly does test us, everyone. It doesn't matter who we are. It doesn't matter what income level we are at. I am here to tell you that whether you believe in God or not, God tests us. He tests us. He tests us. He tests our endurance. He tests our patience. He tests whether we can handle a no versus always getting yeses. Because listen, after all, if we can handle a lot of no's, our endurance is so built up that when we get yeses, we are so grateful for the opportunity, right? For that door, that success door to open. And after all, God don't play. God don't make junk. He gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. Right? Because the strongest soldier is able to endure so many no's. No, I don't believe in you. No, you're not my type. No, no one's supporting you in business or whatever your venture is. No, you don't have a client, but guess what? No, you don't have any growth because you have no clients. No, you just don't have that. But you will. But guess what? Guess what? Suddenly, you work so hard to get to where you're going, right? And after all, Jesus gave his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. And then suddenly, he steps in and goes, here we go. My plan requires absolutely no no's, but a boatload of yeses. And it's what you do with those yeses and those doors opening for you that matter the most. Right? So as doors start opening for you and you start climbing the goalie ladder of success, right? God tests us every step of the way. He tested you if you're a man, how to be a father, to see if he can test you, to see if you're qualified. Because let me tell you something, everybody. Not everybody's qualified to pass that test, right? And then, in business, God tests us to see if we're going to stand in a room filled with people that are talking about others. And that's a whole nother story, everybody. And let me get to that real quick. Let me get to that. Let me get to this. Because I got my notes written down. Because, I'm a goalie. I'm a purpose-driven goalie. Everybody, it's easy to not like competition in business, in pleasure, in love, in dating, in how somebody looks. It's easy not to like competition, right? But little do you know, God tests that also. So, I just want to say something here. Be very, very careful when judging someone else's personal life, right? That you know nothing about. And what you're hearing is only hearsay, right? Because having it happen to you wouldn't be able to handle that, right? So you got to be careful when standing in a room with people that are talking about others. Because after all, you're better than that. You're better than that because you're a goalie. You set yourself up so high. And you set your mindset up so high that that's down there and you're up there, right? I'm talking about that. Right, Jason, the steps to success, absolutely. But the steps to success, everyone, requires you to be a strong soldier. It does. It requires you to, when those doors are closing in your face of success and the business deals are falling apart, and you know what? God said that ain't your time, but something will be. It may not be right for you. So everybody, when you're in the successful ladder of climbing up to the top and being that goalie, right? And we're trying to literally get to 7 and 8, right? Because look, we're trying to get to 7 and 8 because we're goalies. We're trying to get there. But that requires you to have morals and values about yourself, everybody. Come on now. Now, I don't know. Listen, success requires you to have standards about yourself. It requires you to set boundaries because, listen, after all, if you won't set a boundary for your life and your goals and your dreams, somebody else will. And you may not like them, right? Because when somebody else is setting a standard for how they want you to live, and you're not even setting your own boundaries, that has something to do with you and your self-confidence. But when you set your standards and your boundaries, you realize that people will quiver, everybody. They will shake at your confidence, your style, your grace. Remember that. Because your confidence and your standard is not standing in a room talking about other people. It is standing back and going, I'm not even getting in the middle of that dumb shit because I'm better than that. I'm elevated better than just standing here, sitting in a room and listening to bullshit about others. I'm a purpose-driven goalie. We don't do things like that. We don't roll like that. And that is setting a standard for your life, everybody, because listen, after all, we can all fall into the cooler situation at a job, at an office, even at your own office, for the love of God, even at your own company. You could be having this stuff going on. And you are the head, not the tail. You made the company. You are above, not beneath. So why are you acting like this, right? Come on now. But when you set a standard for yourself, because after all, think about this, everybody, and listen, I'm going to use allegedly. Now, can you remember back, allegedly? Look at P. Diddy. Look what he did to so many people, allegedly, that had no boundaries set for themselves. He made them go to parties, allegedly. He done whatever he wanted to them, allegedly, because they never set a boundary with him. They were afraid, allegedly. They didn't set boundaries. No decent person is walking into that kind of stuff. No person with boundaries and goals and it's purpose driven is not going to do that. Because you set yourself at a higher standard than that, right? And then another thing is once you reach that high standard that you so want yourself to be at, because you are that, right? You don't want just anybody to ride along with you in your success car, in your goalie car. Absolutely not. Because in your purpose-driven goalie car, guess what? You only want you and your $100 bills. Because you don't want these pennies. Because guess what? After all, let me tell you, listen to this story. Who had so many pennies around them until they lost everything, allegedly? Come on now. Who had so many pennies around him until he lost everything? And it was MC Hammer, allegedly. So, you can't just go and just have everybody come on your purpose-driven goalie car with you. Because they didn't put in no work with you to be on that ride with you, right? They didn't put in the work, but they want to be around you when you're successful, when you're moving and shaking and making the money, right? And then you can use the example of MC Hammer, allegedly. When he lost everything, the pennies were gone. Oh, I used to hang around him, but now, I don't know what he's up, right? Do you get what I'm saying? You want the $100 bills around you, not no pennies. Pennies are the goalie breakers, the freaking heart attacks over and over and over again. Exactly, Jason. Absolutely. Everybody, you want people that are your ride or dies. No matter if it's your team at work. You don't want these fucking pennies around you. Pennies will lie on you. Pennies will steal from you, from your company, from you. They will come up with crazy stuff about you. The pennies are around to destroy you, right? But the $100 bill peoples, they're around you because they jive with you. They got you, they get you, they're there for you. They are your ride or dies. They're your teammates. No matter if it's your wife, your family members, whatever. They're your teammates, right? But these pennies, you got to weed them out, everybody. Everybody's got all these pennies around them. These naysayers, these mofros. And you got to start weeding out the pennies to get to the $100 bills, people. So to speak, right? But when you set standards for yourself, people will quiver, everybody, because they'll be like, wow, this person's got style. But also they got standards, right? Yeah, go, right, Jason? Exactly. Jason said to see notes or go home, right? But when you have style and grace, everyone, at your job, it says something about you. When you're building your team around you, you want to build $100 bills team, right? You want to build the best team. These pennies got to go. Throw these pennies in the pond and let the fish play with them. I'm serious, right? I remember when I had a swimming pool, I used to throw the pennies in there and pick them up, go down in and pick them up, right? You know, when you set standards in business, people will listen to that. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take you to be anything but having standards about yourself and how you carry yourself, how you carry your actions out at your job that matters the most, that people respect you, right? Because if you have no standards and no boundaries at your job and you're a boss, then people will walk all over top of you, because these pennies then will affect you. Because if you're a boss and you don't have standards and boundaries set at your job, there'll be pennies that work for you that will set your standard for you. And they rely on you. And they will gather information. And those are people you don't want around you at all. If nobody is not lockstep in your team, then they're not a team player. They're a penny. And I'm serious, everybody. It's really something, I'm telling you. Be careful with that cooler talk. Let me get to this one. I got all these notes written down. Here's another one, everyone, that I don't know, lately I've been encountering, and I'm sure a lot of other people have also. Did you know your success bothers some people? Your job title bothers some people? Maybe a lot of people, because they're, jealousy is a real thing, everybody. It ain't no joke. It doesn't matter who you are, how much money you have, what occupation you're in. Your success will bother people. Your success will make people so jealous, so envious, and so hateful of you that they are willing to go to the guts to get you out of that job. They are willing to go to the guts to get me off YouTube. Hi, peace and joy. How you doing, honey? Honest to God, everybody, I'm not making this stuff up. When you're in a position that you're going higher, people, it rattles these jealous motherfuckers. It rattles them. And then they start trying to find problems with you. They start lying on you. And I mean, it's literally unbelievable. Because they can't be you. So they'd rather see you fall than rise. Watch out for these people, everybody. We all got them. Right now, at this point in time, there's so many people that got these people. And even people that don't even know you, right? And just like I said, my God, I'm even experiencing this, and I'm a good human. And I mean, you can't make this stuff up. They want to see me off YouTube. They hate my guts. What the heck? I'm not on TikTok, John. I'm not on TikTok. TikTok. You mean YouTube, right? John said the TikTok. Oh my God. Doesn't need to let you go. Oh God. Thank you, John. Maybe I need to get on TikTok. But after all, I think I talk about the Chinese government too much. Okay. But I mean, really, everybody, I'm speaking truth here. When you're in a powerful position, expect that you will get beat upside the head daily. And it's how you honestly stand strong in your values or morals, your boundaries. You got to set boundaries, because you just can't let everybody into your office to talk to you. Because you might be just letting some pennies in there, if you know what I mean, everybody. And I'm not making this up. If you're in a high-powered position, not everybody is privy. Do you realize this? To walk in your office to talk to you. Because you just might be talking to a penny who's going to turn your words around, who's going to twist your shit up, lie on you, right? Exactly. Yeah, right, John? That's okay, honey. John, hi, honey. John said good night. Thank you, baby. Thank you for coming on, honey. You're going to sleep now? Okay. I knew you meant to mean YouTube. Because, when you're in a situation, everybody, I mean, you really got to have a solid team around you. Especially if you're in a high position, you really got to have a solid team around you of people that are your ride or dies, people that are going lockstep because they're your team. Even if you have to bring family members in. Listen, I'd have my brother with me. Oh, right? Right? My brother and my sister with me. I wouldn't play. But I mean, even if you have to surround yourself by family that you can trust, you got to do something. Because there is so many pennies out there that are posed as $100 bills. And then before you know it, they're lying on you. They're telling stories or selling stories. And the list goes on and on. Not everybody is privy to walk into your office. Remember that. Not everybody is privy to do that. It's not an open door policy. Because when you have that open door policy, that is when all the pennies start coming in with their little notions and their little notes. And then it falls like a house of cards, right? Or house, right, Jason? Even your house, your home. Absolutely. Whatever it is, it doesn't even have to be a work situation. It could be your own home. Nobody's privy to just walk inside your home. That's your safe place. That's your place. That not everybody is privy to do that, everyone. Because not everybody is a team player or a motivator. Because you got them goalie breakers that want to see you fall. They will do everything in their power to see you fall. But it's how you stand strong and know your boundaries that matter the most. You got to have boundaries. You got to set standards and boundaries and everything, everybody. Success is no joke. It will bother your enemy, your success. It will make them quiver because they can't stand it. And then suddenly they can't stand who you are, how you are, and what you've become, which is successful. Right? And how dare you have that position, right? How dare him have that position? How dare her have that position? How dare her go high on YouTube? How dare her use her intuition? You know, there's people out there, everyone, I must honestly say this, that are on YouTube that I don't even know these people. I don't go around searching to see who has an intuitive channel, who's intuitive. I don't have time for that dumb shit. But apparently they have time to find out about me. Fixing to worry about your own house and your own page than to worry about mine. Seriously, right? Everybody has their different angle of their intuition. Just because you're intuitive, that doesn't mean that I'm not. And just because I'm intuitive, that doesn't mean that you're not. It means that we just have different intuitive notions, but you don't beat me over the head or tell people lies about me. You don't even know me. And that's what I'm saying, everybody. Not everybody. Everyone is not privy to be in your house. Even everybody is not even privy to be on your social media page, everyone. Because people are in the I want you to fail mode. I'm not joking you. People are in this fucking I want you to fail mode. I don't like you. I want you to fail. And it's weird. It is really bizarre, everybody. Don't you think you want to see people uplifted and be happy for one another? After all, we're all here having a page. We're all influencers. But absolutely not. They don't want the algorithms to pick me up and put my feet on solid ground. They laugh when people take their subscribes away. Hey, whatever it is. I'm not begging any money anymore for subscribes or likes. You either like me or you don't. You either subscribe or you don't, right? Because after all, my success was built with so many no's that made me the strong person that I am today. And just like I said, God only gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. So I'm not worried about if somebody takes their subscribe away. I'm not worried about if somebody don't like me. That's their opinion of me, not mine. You know, I'm a purpose-driven goalie. And we accept no's because guess what? After all, we're all not the same. Some people are going to love you and some people are going to hate you. And that's just life, everybody. But the people that hate us, guess what? They're our biggest fans for hating us because they hate us over and over and over again about stuff that they shouldn't even hate us for. They don't even know us to hate us, right? But suddenly our success, our happiness, it bothers them. It angers them. Thank you, Jason. Right, Jason. Thank you, honey. Time has come for everyone to clean up their own backyard. Exactly, Jason. But everybody nowadays, they're into putting down business. I don't know what is going on. Everybody is trying to put people down, talk bad about people. I mean, the list goes on and on. I think it's 2025. I think it's time for an uplift, right? I mean, God, we all got goals. We all got dreams. We all got purpose. We all have our own flow. We've all had no's and now yeses. It's crazy. I just want to say that, everybody, today, that, you know, don't fool with these pennies because your success will bother them. And then they will start coming up with crazy stuff that doesn't even exist. And let me see what else I got. I mean, I just have my notes for today because I wrote a bunch of notes down. And so I'll have to show you tonight what I made, everyone, for the show. You're going to really like it. I made something for the show tonight. And I think you're going to really like it because it's kind of like a spoof, but it's not, right? And wait until you see it, everybody. Wait until you see what I made for the show. It's going to really, it's going to make the show different. It's funny. I mean, I like it. I thought, hey, you know what? They like those things. Let me give them a couple boards, right? Seriously, wait till you see what I'm working with tonight. I'll show you. At 8:30, everybody, you don't want to miss a thing because I'll be doing intuitive tap art. Jason wants me to tap out something about regarding him. Time to love ourselves. We can love. Exactly. It's time to love yourself, everybody. We ain't got time to be doing all this goofy stuff, right? Time to sit back and love one another. I mean, seriously, love one another. You know, I wanted to talk about this really quickly also. A fresh start isn't the new thing. You know, having a fresh start, everybody goes, well, you know what? I'm not going to do this no more. I'm not going to do that no more. And that's all part of like a fresh start, right? Everybody's trying to have a fresh start about something, right? And I'm here to tell you that a fresh start isn't a new thing. It's honestly a mindset, everybody. A fresh start is in your mind. It's not something that you have to write down. It's not something that you have to, it's in your mind. Everything is in your mind. A fresh start, you can do that every day. You know, a fresh start is a fresh start. Every day you wake up, be honest with you, is a fresh start. It's a new day. It's a new day because tomorrow will never come again, right? Yesterday will never ever come back again. So each day that God wakes you up is a fresh start. So that's not a new thing. That's just a mindset of what you want to do for that day to accomplish something, right? And when some people go, well, you know, I want to be better than yesterday. Well, yesterday's gone. We can't take yesterday back. But what we can do is move forward from this day forward, right? Because we only got the forward march to do. We can't look back no more. Yesterday's gone. Whatever happened yesterday is yesterday. But we have to focus on what today is. But when you're trying to do like a fresh start and trying to be better than you were last week or yesterday, take your time, because you're going to go like this. You're going to go up today, and tomorrow's Tuesday. You might feel a different way. You might go higher. And then Wednesday, you might drop down a little bit. But Thursday, you're going to pick yourself back up. So give your time that, you know what I mean? Don't just set those kind of, okay, I got to be better today. Because then what about tomorrow? How about if tomorrow isn't a better day? Right? And then your mind's all upset because tomorrow wasn't the greatest day. Yeah, right? Just give yourself a break, everybody. Just give yourself a break. Take one thing at a time. Take one day at a time. Because that's all we got is one day at a time. No matter what you're trying to get through, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're trying to get over, no matter what you're trying to get over, right? Or any problem, take one day at a time. Just take one day at a time. Focus on that one day at a time, everybody. Honestly, I'm not joking you. Because when you sit and take more than one day at a time, that's where you get all upset when you don't accomplish something, right? Or something goes wrong. And you're like, damn, that went wrong, and I did this. And now I gotta rebound. You can rebound. Just stay positive. Stay positive. Today's a new day. I just want to say that, everybody. But with that being said, I'm going to get going and get the things ready for tonight. And I'll see you when I see everybody. I'll see you tonight. Tonight we're going to be tapping out some things. Jason has something he wants me to tap out. If you have anything that you want me to tap out, everyone, let me know, okay? And so tonight is a good night. Tonight's a good night at 8:30 Eastern Time. You don't want to miss a thing, everybody. Have a blessed day, because guess what? You are a purpose-driven goalie, and you're better than that. You're better than what people say. You're better than what people are doing, right? So have a blessed day. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, honey. And I'll see you later, everybody. Peace.